Alright guys, so one of my YouTube followers, his name by Nick, he wanted me to try to get the 1-to-1 ratio or sub to 1-to-1 ratio with my Banshee VGT controllers. I honestly didn't think it was possible, but he highlighted Gail Banks. Gail Banks did a couple video series on the L5P Duramax. Basically, I think it's called Destroying a Duramax or something like that. And I really got to have a shout out to him, because with Mr. Gail Banks, he did a really good job explaining a lot of different things. So I reprogrammed the firmware a little bit, and so now I'm running a 0.8 drive pressure to 1 psi of boost. Now my EGTs are higher than what they should be, but my truck has 330,000 miles on it. Pretty sure the injectors and a bunch of other stuff needs to be rebuilt on it, and I'll probably run high EGTs because of that. Another really thing I thought was really interesting was on the Duramax, when he's showing the turbocharger looks like it goes to wide open when it's off throttle. So I decided to try to mimic that. So if you look at the command and feedback position, right now the turbo's wide open. So if you actually had your catalytic converter or your exhaust pipe cut out, it'll actually sound like a straight pipe, like a true straight pipe, because it'll be bypassing the turbo. The van's all the way open. And what I'm doing is I'm using the engine brake disengage. So basically what this is doing, when my engine brake will cut off once my engine RPMs drop below 950, well, I'm using that setting as my enable feature for the turbocharger. So now when a turbo drops below 950, it's actually going to force, well, the engine RPMs drop below 950, it's going to force the commanded position of the turbo to go to 100%. So if you watch the engine speed, when I rev it up, as soon as I pass 950, it goes to the starting position, which is 20%. So I thought that was kind of a neat feature to do. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of cruise around the neighborhood. So you guys can take a look at the boost pressure, drive pressure. So the drive pressure is on top. It's the EGH units, and then obviously the turbo is the boost pressure. You guys can't tell, but I'm actually going up the side of Cheyenne Mountain. One thing I've been extremely grateful for is all my customers. All my customers that constantly challenge what I know, and they also challenge me to do better and make a better product. the majority of the features that are on a Banshee VGT controller aren't just my ideas and my creation. A lot of them came from my customers who wanted different things, wanting the exhaust brake to turn off when they slow down, wanting to be more autonomous, wanting to be able to connect to a computer and actually tune it themselves without sending it to me. So it's an aspect of all this that I'm extremely grateful for. Like I said, my current tune is 0.8 to 1. So 0.8 exhaust pressure to 1 psi of boost pressure. So in case anyone was wondering, my edge is directly connected to sensors. I have a 150 psi Honeywell sensor and a 60 psi odometer sensor for my intake pressure. And then my Banshee controller is tapped into that for the input reference. Like I said, I really appreciate my YouTube follower Nick challenging me, and I really appreciate Gail Banks for making an awesome video series on the L5P Duramax. It allowed me to get a little bit of insight and challenge myself to modify it. Thanks.